Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm getting the SUV up and the RV up and running, and taking care of everything for the snow, the freeze apocalypse that's about to happen. That's coming down from the Great Lakes down here. How you doing, Freaky? But if you can hear it, the RV's running right now, getting it up and running and checking it out. Hey, PPR, how you doing? Yeah, it's running a good amount. I mean, letting this engine heat up. Oh, crap. Oh, one of the pulleys stopped running. That's not good. Yeah, one of the pulleys stopped running. Yeah, this pulley right here stopped running. So I gotta figure out what happened. I was letting the engine warm up and everything for winter. That's not good. Yeah. Oh yeah, PPR. I understand, brother. Yeah. Need to- Where's Sonny when I need him? Hmm. Give it a jump scare. Wished I could, Freaky. I wished I could. Yeah, he's probably lighting up his garage right now. He's probably lighting up the garage and catching things on fire right now. So, how are you all doing today, huh? How are you all doing? Need to get a new battery plate for this, for the XS, for the backup power battery bank. Okay. Hmm. Oh yeah, PPR. Yeah, yeah, brother. Yeah. The Inuits use, pack snow all the time to pack up their, igloos and everything after they put it together. Yeah, freaky, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Pack snow, yeah, it's good. Yeah. It also whenever you create a fire and everything, it melts it and creates a sheet of ice also. mm, I need to restart this bad boy up again. See if it's just because it's been sitting so long if the pulley seized up or what. Let's see here. Let's give it an old 1, 2. 1, 2. There it goes. It's up and running now. Right, freaky, right. Yeah, my good old 72 GMC Vandura. Yeah, see, good old Vandura. This thing's a house on wheels. It's nice. See if the heater comes on. Got to see if it warms up. It's hard to find parts for this thing anymore. Yes, I got 250 panel, 150 watt solar panels on the top. Freaky. Uh, Trying to see if this is going to heat up or not. You know how it is you know how the old 70s take a while to heat up. Yeah, it's a nice little RV with my coffee over her. Coffee. Hmm. Trying to see how long it takes for the heat to warm up on it. I've been trying to fix this thing up slowly, but you know, this is one of the things that one of the points I want to point out for like winter survival. Whether you're in a tiny house, in a RV, you know, basic apartment, you have to understand how cold it's going to get. You have to understand everything else relies on everything relies on something else. You know, Give me a second. Ooh, gotta get my charger because my phone is dying. But yeah, everything relies on everything else. Okay, you have to keep the water flowing through your pipes during winter, or it's going to freeze. Stagnant water freezes if it has no movement. You also got to check out how much electricity you're pulling out from electrical sockets. Because if you overload your electrical sockets, you can cause a house fire. Oh yeah, that too, freaky. That too, brother. Um, you know, you have to make sure your pipes are warm enough. They don't freeze. You have to run the water so it doesn't stagnate and freeze. Don't overload your power sockets, because if you overload them with multiple power draining, you don't know how old that wiring is. It could also overheat, catch on fire. I just pulled out an old extension cord, and do not trust extension cords when they say they're indoor outdoor. Do not leave them out all the time, you know, and do not leave them stored for long periods of times. Always change out electrical cords like you would anything else. They can grow bad, they can deteriorate, they can lose the coating around the wires and catch on fire. Yeah, and don't fry your breakers, because not only if you put a lot of power in your outlets and it starts to freeze or snow, you know, power lines freeze. That draws electricity out of them. It can also create, be heavy on the power lines and break the power lines. And, you know, you can't really make sure that all your wiring and everything's up to date all the time. You just can't. Because if you did, you would have to rewire your whole entire house and remodel your house about every 10 years. But you can, because we're going into an age of technology where everything has to run on power or electricity. With everything running and draining power from one socket, two sockets, one wall, if you have 3 or 4 outlets on it, it's all running on the same electrical current on the same wall circuit. So you may think, oh, well, I've got, 2 things plugged up to each wall. That's going to the same breaker on the one wall. Hey, Sarah, how you doing, sis? Thank you. And during snowstorms, it's worse. Just like, do you know how old your, roof is? If you're in heavy snowstorm or anything like that, I've seen places in Canada and up north that's gotten 15, 20 inches of snow on their roof. If you have a old house that's older than 100 years old and has had the same roof on it for 100+ years, some of them collapse in if they get too much weight on them. That's why you literally have to go out and drag the snow off your roofs. If you just let the snow pack and pack and pack on top of your roof, it's going to collapse in on you. Ah, okay, sir. No problem, sis. Your roof is as old as your body. uh, people up north and everything, they've lived this life where, you know, cleaning off roofs and pulling off snow, creating snowfall and stuff like that is everyday thing. But a lot of people that's never been up north, never lived up north, they don't know anything about taking the snow off. Another thing is generators. There is a generator for every need possible, from very small to ginormous, household generators that run your whole entire house. Then there's basic self-need generators that is only needed for one item and can run that one item that is plugged into it, if it's able to be plugged in. When you go with generators is what the questions are is what do you need that generator for? Do you need that generator for your CPAP machine? Do you need that generator for your oxygen machine? Do you need that CPAP for your heater? Or your fridge? Well, during the wintertime, you really don't have to worry about keeping your fridge on to refrigerate, because your house, if you lose power or whatever, your house is going to get cold enough to keep everything in that fridge still fresh. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Good evening, my friend. But you have to realize what you need it for. If you need that generator for medical purposes, how long do you need it active for? Do you, and the thing is now gas generators or solar generators, because we're in the age now that we have solar power generators. Solar power generators are good, but they also have a downfall. They need sunlight to regenerate. If you live in a very cloudy area with very minimum sunlight, a solar generator is not going to be your option because you're not going to be able to regenerate the power that is needed to power what you need. Then you would want either a petrol or diesel, generator. But you also need an ability to ventilate that petrol or diesel generator. There's also kerosene generators. There's kerosene heaters. There's a lot of other fuel-based ways to take care of yourself during a winter a winter emergency. Get Sonny to smile. Right, Sonny. Just tell Sonny to take off that hat. He's got it. But you need power to run everything anymore. There is no I can do everything. And I understand there's a lot of people that have done without a lot of stuff. Yes. I've done without a lot of stuff. But when I was younger, you got to look at your age. You got to look how your body has deteriorated or how your body has pretty much aged. An older person can't survive the way somebody in their 30s or 20s can survive. And in this day of age, a lot of people in their 20s can't survive what people in their 40s and 50s can survive. It's all about your mindset, the will to survive. But you also have to look at can my body handle it now? Because we all go through medical problems. We all have medical problems. Whether you want to admit it or not, there are some people that has been born in the warm states and can't handle extreme cold. There's people that's been born in extreme colds that can't handle extreme heat. You have to look how your body is made, what you're accustomed to, what your body is used to. You're not going to be from Canada and be able to live in the Amazon jungle for long periods of time during, because of the extreme heat, the tropical heat. It's the same thing as somebody for the Amazon isn't going to be able to survive the extreme colds in Canada or, Greenland or Iceland or Sweden, because their body is not accustomed to that. What's up, John? How you doing, brother? Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been live for a while, but wanted to do this live stream and everything because you know the North and Canada is getting hit with bad winter, and it's coming to freezing here in Texas Thursday through Saturday. Down into the teens, like 16 at night, 30 in the day. Freezing temperatures. Um, I got the camera all jacked up and everything, John. Yeah, there we go. How you doing, John? Right, brother, right. Hey, how you doing, Tim? How you? Oh, crap. Something's happening. Yep. This is what Yep. So what I'm trying to say, make sure all your stuff is always ready and prepared. Because if not, this happens. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry. I was telling Miss Star about the RV. We gotta. I need to fill it up with antifreeze. I need to pour something in it. I need to do something with it. Hasn't been ran in like 6 months. I've been starting it up and everything, but yeah. Right. Yeah, it can be fixed. It can be fixed. It's just been sitting idle for way too long, freaky. It needs to be I mean, I started up and I've run it just to keep the battery and everything going on it, but there's something, I tried to do it because this is supposed to be our SHTF, if anything happens and we need to leave, if I need to leave the castle, my castle and everything, that's our escape route. The RV is going to be our, you know, mobile, you know, fortification, you know, like we can get anywhere we need and we still have a place to be warm. We have a place to cook food. We have a place to stockpile food and be able to grab, load up, and run. But with it, since I haven't been able to run it because I've been working so long, it's hard, Yeah, I usually let it run for. I usually let it run for, you know, around the same time as what I was doing here. You know, we were talking for about 35 minutes, and within that 35 minutes, it started to overheat. There's still things that I need to do to it to get it completely perfect. What's up, CR brother? Just showing people how they need to prepare and get everything done in SHTF or, you know, survive, winter survival, but and trying to show them things that really happen, like my RV. We were running it for about 30 minutes, and then it just started boiling over and smoking and sounded like an angry tea kettle going off. Yeah, it's your selection of Canada. Yeah, CR, how's your territory going, brother? So now I gotta wait for like at least an hour, let the radiator cool down, drain out the drain out the water that's in it, and put in antifreeze in it. But this is what I'm saying, always be prepared. Expect the unexpected. That's pretty much the best way to put it. If you believe everything is good and everything's perfect, it's going to break down on you before you even know it. That's one of the problems, Everything seems nice and good and perfect until, until it needs to be used. And you never know when it's going to go down. And that's why you always need to know how to repair and fix whatever you get. If you buy something that you're going to use, say a generator, say a solar panel, you need to learn how to fix it. You need to learn how to take care of every what if scenario that is given with it. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to know what to do when push comes to shove on that. Nice, CR, nice. Collecting buckets, yeah. That, like what John said, his radiator tube had a cut, so he was 2 weeks putting water in every day and collecting with buckets in my garage. Yep. What's up, David? How you doing, brother? So, speaking of generators, yeah, speaking of generators, I have this old thing that I'm going to get out and run it and see how it handles. It's been in our storage for quite a while. Haven't had to use it because it was too small of a motor for it. It's only a 3,000 watt. It's 120 volt, 25 amp. It's one of the power back electric generators, as you can see. Yeah, it's got two electrical sockets on it. But the cool thing about this, like, it tells you how to fix everything on it, Like, you're not going to get lucky anymore with this, They just don't want you to learn how to fix it. They want you to have to rely on them, rely on the company. Or nowadays, they want you just to buy a new one if something happens. I'm glad to hear that, David. I'm glad you're doing good. So yeah. See, it's dirty, it's dusty. I'm gonna have to clean all this. I'm gonna have to clean the filter out of it. I'm gonna have to clean the carburetors. Probably check and see if if the spark plug's still good. I mean, Check the oil in it. This takes the SE30, SAE30. And as you can see, it's still good from when I left it in. Yeah, still clean, still no gunk in it. See how the gas is. You always, whenever you put something up, you want to put a little bit of gas inside of it. And you want to smell, because usually generators, they have a sponge on it, okay? Generators that have a sponge on it, it's called a smell test sponge, to see if the gas is still aromatic, you know. Or this one is, I mean, it's old gas. Old gas is better than no gas in a generator, okay? You can always siphon out old gas to put in new gas. So take care, freaky. Love you, freak. Take care. Alright, let me put y'all on the charger for a second, and let me get this generator out, because we may need the generator here in a couple of days. So I mean, like I said, everything smells good, everything looks good on it still, but that doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean that it's going to perform when you need it to. You need to always check it and check how it runs and how it works. Uno momento, I'll be right back. We're only going to do this for probably about an hour, because I need to get everything situated here at the house before Thursday, before the freeze happens. So this was just going to be a live stream letting y'all know that I'm alive and that I'm okay. But like I said, always make sure everything is working good. Because like I said, when you do need it, it won't work. But always take care of yourself this winter, okay? Everybody, take care of yourself this winter, because every year is changing, and it's not changing for the good. Love you too, Sarah says. Suburbs are getting hotter, winters are getting colder. There's a lot more things happening, just like around Michigan, Minnesota, places like that, around the Great Lakes. You know, there's a some kind of blizzard, hurricane hurricane something going on up there. Ah, okay, CR, no problem, brother. What? In these times, where a lot of things are questionable, make sure you take care of yourself and your loved ones first before anything else happens. Because you don't know when you're going to wake up and the world has gone down. Thank you, sir, sis. Miss you too. Right, CR. Right. Hey, Sonny. Hey, Sonny Stormy. How you doing? Like what CR said, take winter serious over any other weather. Take extreme weather scenarios seriously. Because our power grid is already fragile as it is. And if you don't have a way to provide electricity to your house, way to provide warmth to your house, there is going to be problems. And not everybody has fireplaces. Not everybody has a kerosene heater. And usually 90% of the time when it gets into really cold, bone freezing temperatures, trying to find a kerosene heater or anything, or trying to find kerosene anymore, is an ordeal. Even those little buddy heaters are better than nothing using propane. And even propane is getting very expensive. What's up, Fluffy brother? How you doing? What's up, little bro? Because we never know when, just like what happened in North Carolina, where one guy ended up taking down almost 3,500 people's houses of electricity by taking down one power place. Not a power plant or anything, but a power distribution area. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Yeah, body heat works. But it only works for so long, sis. Like, make sure everybody, you have at least one solar generator, one petrol or gas generator, and get one for personal use and portability, and get one that is able to power up to two electronic things, like a refrigerator and a heater, or 2 heaters or something. And always get something that's a natural gas that's able to heat and cook on. Because with kerosene heaters, you can cook on top of kerosene heaters. It was a multi-purpose heater. And the same thing with like these buddy heaters and everything. You can literally flip it upwards to the sky and put a skillet on it and heat it up with that buddy heater and be able to cook food. Right, John. Yeah. Yeah. Butane, $31 a jar. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, John. Things are going expensive. Things are going, are becoming, you know, are raising in price. And I'm not telling you to stock up 5 years worth of it. No. I'm just saying get a good old kerosene heater. Don't buy the kerosene until you need it. Don't buy the propane until you need it. And even if you do buy the little propane bottles and everything, they have adapters to buy a huge propane tank, and you're able to fill up those smaller propane bottles from the bigger propane, tank. Oh yeah, yeah, Sarah. Everything is getting expensive, sis. Everything. Normal everyday life stuff is getting expensive. But, stuff for the winter and everything is cheaper during the summertime. So if you want to stock up for winter, buy it during the summer. Don't buy it when everybody wants it, because that's going to be when the price raises. Buy it when nobody else is wanting it. John. Yeah, buy it off season. Yeah, CR. Just like anything else, winter clothes, stuff like, especially wool, wool, and buy it off season. Buy it on in the time that it all goes on sale. Yeah, stock up on this stuff. Who cares if it's 2 or 3 years out of date? Who cares if it's last year's style? It doesn't matter. Yeah, firewood in the summer. Yeah. And that's usually, like us, when I cut firewood and everything, I cut it during the spring and summer, so it has that time to dry out and cure when winter hits. Yeah, yeah, John. Yeah, buy after everything's on sale. Everything, because these stores are seasonal based. They're not going to put it in back stock or anything. They're going to sell it until they sell out. It's like fishing and hunting gear. Buy that stuff after the seasons. Buy fishing gear when it's starting to hit winter time and they start putting it on, clearance. Buy hunting gear after hunting season, It's going to be dirt cheap. It's use that to your advantage. and put it in storage boxes, put it in boxes, put it with mothballs, put it with whatever, and keep it safe for when you need it. Just like buying extra blankets, fleece blankets, wool blankets, comforters, thick comforters. Use those, those small little fleece throws that they sell for like $10 a piece during winter time. After winter time, they drop down to like $2 or $3. Buy those things. Buy hundreds of them, because in wintertime, if the power goes out or whatever, you can cover up your windows. You can put them under your doors, any cracks or whatever, so the cold doesn't come in. Hey, Wally brother, how you doing? Hello, Sheena, how you doing? But make sure you take advantage of what these places are offering, Always buy extra pillows, buy extra sheets, extra blankets, because once you do that, you're going to have a stockpile of that. You won't even need to run a kerosene heater if you have a if you have two thick comforters and a wool blanket and 3 sheets on. It's all about layering. If the power goes out or whatever, it's all about layering, just like clothing. You layer yourself so you stay warm when you have to go outside during wintertime, correct? It's the same thing inside of your house. The more layers you have, the more heat you make. Well, thank you, Sheena. Thank you. But, you know, and like I said, don't buy the heater units. Like I said, buy propane heaters, buy kerosene heaters, stuff like that. But don't buy the fuel until you actually need it. Buy it the last month of summer, before winter hits. And keep it. Keep it in your garage, keep it outside, keep it somewhere where you don't have to keep it inside. And use it when you need to use it. Oh, nice, Wally, nice. Yeah, Mr. Buddies are really, really good heater units, Sheena. They are very good heater units, especially for small spaces. Um, they have the Little Buddy, which is the single can propane that you push up inside of it, and it's just a front face heat blower. Then they have the Deluxe Buddy that has 2 propane hookups on it, and it's kind of like a mini heater box. Those are good. What's up, my favorite spicy mucho supreme burrito, Jake? Right, CR. Warm clothes will always outlive fuel. That's the truth. You know, and you know, wood will always be here compared to fuel. Even though fuel, charcoal, wood, any of that stuff, anything that is used for cooking can be used to make a fire. And that's more efficient than kerosene, propane, anything like that. Even though it takes a minute for fire to warm up a place, but heaters are instant heat. If you know how to ration, it's you can ration, fuel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jake always needs to be. We need to put Jake's face on the $2 bill. The $2 bill. But alright, my phone's charged a little bit, so need to see if I can open up that that radiator now. See if I can put in any lift lever. Alright, let me flip this around. Okay? Somebody needs to. Okay. So. Yep. That's such a rusted. Alright. So now that's hot, that's cooled down now. So. Okay. Yeah. The Stant assembled in Mexico. Yeah. Alright, I need to fill that good old radiator up. Ooh. That wasn't good. Okay. Is that a pop top? Radiator coolant only. I need to fill that up too. Oh yeah. You are all awesome in here of my family. All of you. Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna ask you. I need to get a new one, right, Wally? Yeah, I've been fixing this thing up for a long time. A lot of the stuff in here is rusted out, if you can see a lot of it. I mean, look at my backup battery panel. Yeah. It's a 4-core radiator. Yeah, this is a 72 GMC Vandura RV, Wally. Thanks, sir. No, I'm really not. Merry Christmas, everybody. I just bought a new battery for it. I just replaced this battery. I've got to replace the external battery. The internal power battery for the RV, so I could run everything on it. Yeah, I did all the rigging myself on it. I even need to redo this again because I cracked that what is it called, the heat thing, the heat wrap. Hey Thor, how you doing, brother? Everybody say hi to Thor Haven. He is a good brother of mine. All of y'all are good, my good brothers and sisters, but yeah, I need to get this beast up and running for. Need to get this beast up and running. It's been sitting for over 6 months. I haven't been able to do anything to it. Nah, it's a Vandura, like Winnebago camper. Yes. Thor's a good guy, y'all. Need to what is that? Yeah, the auxiliary power. Yeah, that's it. That's what I need. I need the auxiliary battery. But I need to bring out the generator. I need to clean the generator. I need to get it up and running. Because this freeze is supposed to be a really bad freeze this Tuesday and Friday. Thank you, John. Yeah, and she's an old girl, but she's second home to me. And, if anything ever happens to this world and everything, and I need to leave my castle, this is going to be our second home. All right, sir. I will, sis. I will. Yes. Everybody, go say hi to my brother Thor. But, all right. I mean, I'm not gonna leave my castle unless I truly have to. But if I ever have to, everything is going gonna go into this place, into this thing. It's gonna be like the Walking Dead, RV. Yeah, we used to use it a long time ago, Thor. We used to use it to go camping and, do. We used to use it to camp and do, what if scenarios in the, in an apocalypse or anything like that. Like, how far could we get on it with what limited items we could put in it, And we used to use it for camping and all that stuff, but when me and Miss Star started having more, needed positions at work and everything, it just sat and sat and sat. I would start it up, every day to keep the battery alive and let the motor run and stuff like that. Right, Sarah? It's really handy to have. It's a 28 foot, no, 26 foot. It's a 26 foot Vandura, 72 Vandura. So it's a GMC. Um, it has an overhang up here at top. It has an overhang that you can literally use as a stockpile shelf. You can stockpile food, you can stockpile whatever you need up there, or you can turn it into a bed. Then it has a couch day bed that turns into a twin size bed, but when you turn it into a bed, it usually takes up the whole entire space. It has a like 2-person moon chair dinette in it. It's got a full kitchen. It's got a sink. It's got a 2-burner stove. It has a microwave. It has a fridge with a freezer. It's got a bathroom and shower in it, a toilet and shower. And it's a gravity flush toilet, so you don't need water for it. It just, falls down into a holding tank, into a black tank. And it has a 60-gallon water holder, like a water tank in it that you can pump water into the sink and into the shower and everything. It has a whole entire propane system in it that holds up to what is it? Gallons of propane. It holds 48 gallons of propane in it. I have 250-watt solar panels on it that goes into a battery bank in it, just in case. Then I have the auxiliary battery. That's what I was showing. I have 4 E165 batteries in the back of it, where it was supposed to have a generator, but the generator was bad, so we just went ahead and threw out the generator. But we have this as an auxiliary battery terminal hookup. Then we have the solar panel hookup station that's in the back that we can bypass this auxiliary and go into that auxiliary. It has 2 gas tanks already on it. It has a 80-gallon main gas tank and a 35 auxiliary gas tank on it. The range is really bad. I mean, it's gas, regular gas, but it gets about 8 or 9 miles to a gallon. That's the bad thing. So when we like if SHTF happens and we have to get out, we've already mapped out the places that we can get to on the on the whole entire main gas and auxiliary gas, and we already have spots mapped out that we're going to go to. Hey Laura, how you doing, sis? But I mean, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot easier having the Winnebago camper because you have the vehicle and the house together instead of having to hook up a pull behind or a fifth wheel to a truck and then having a way of jackknifing or whatever, Um, but the good thing is on this you can make any stop that you need to in SHTF and fill up, you know. Hey Dale, how you doing, brother? I'm glad to hear you are. Yeah, it is Thor. It but it's a last resort. This is a last resort. That's why it's been sitting for so long, is because I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave my house or anything unless I truly, truly have to. Oh, what's up, Hensley? How you doing, brother? But I've also, we could also set this up, and I was thinking about, taking like a month-long vacation, taking this on the road and doing my Survivor Chronicles with other YouTubers and stuff. That's one of my ideas that I want to do for my channel, like teaching survival stuff through actual doing the stuff, hands-on first person view of it, not me per se showing you how to do it, but like the camera strapped to my chest and you're actually seeing with my hands what I'm doing. Because a lot of people learn by seeing and a lot of people learn by doing it. And if you watch somebody do it and you do it, that kind of helps a lot of people understand. And I was thinking about, taking this RV around the country and everything, meeting a lot of people on YouTube and, doing collaborations with them when I can. Kidsley by brother. But, you know, but the thing is with anything else mechanical, if I don't keep up with this RV, it's not going to be any use to me in SHTF. That's a problem. And, you know, and that's a thing that people have to learn about, like homesteading and prepping and survivalism. That if you don't use the stuff, it breaks down and it becomes useless. Right, Thor. Right, brother. Yeah. And, that's the way I like with my channel, is because if something bad happens to me, you know, that I'm human. Even people that have been doing survival and prepping and homesteading all their life, things happen. Things will happen. Right, Sarah. Yeah. And that's what I was saying, half the people learn by watching, half the people learn by doing. So it's really, doing this stuff, people, I can hit both target audiences, and even the best survivalists and everything, even Bear Grylls and you know everybody else, even they have had survival situations that's went wrong with them, like look at Bear Grylls. I mean, Bear Grylls, he's supposed to be a superstar, but he jumped out of a plane and broke his back, So, and look at Survivor Man. I mean, he showed plenty of times him eating the wrong stuff because he got it confused. All this stuff there is no master in this stuff. All right, Sarah? Yeah, it'll rust to the ground, Wally. Yeah. Yeah, Wally. Yeah. And that's the thing, Like, there is no master in any of this stuff. There is no master in survival. There is no master in homesteading. There is no master in prepping. Everybody has screwed up and everybody will screw up. And the only way that we can learn is by screwing up. Take care, Thor, brother. Thanks for being here, brother. Take care. Talk to you again, bro. And, like I said, the best way to learn is by screwing up. Best way of learning is by being in a situation. If you've never been in a situation, you can't teach on that situation. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah. Right, right, Dale. Right. It's all by trial and error. And there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of situations that I've never been in that I can tell you what should happen in that situation, but I can't be for sure. I can't tell you for sure that that's going to happen. And I can't tell you, and it's just like everybody, like that's a prepper or a homesteader, they all do their stuff differently. Preppers have different different ways of prepping. Some people want to show their preps. Some people want to show what they do. I don't. I was raised to not show my preps. I was raised not to let anybody know what I have. Because once you do, you become a target. I could discuss all day long, prepping and homesteading, but it goes to the way I do homesteading on my property is completely different than your homesteading on your property. you may not have 7 acres. You may just have an acre and a half. So you have to think more strategic on how you want to do your homestead compared to me. You may have to have a smaller amount of animals. You may have to have a smaller garden. You may have to have smaller everything to survive. Where I don't, you know. And it's just like, you may live in a 1-bedroom apartment and you're trying to prep. Well, I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on 7 acres. I have an extra bedroom that I can use, for a storage room, Like I have a 10 by 12 bedroom that I converted into a prep room. That is my prepper closet. That's how I can have almost 2.5 years worth of food stored up. But you being in a 1-bedroom apartment, you may be only able to stock up for 6 months to a year, and that's pushing it. Because I used to live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I know the spaces of it. My 1-bedroom apartment was an economy size apartment that was like 400 square foot. All my bedroom was my living room, was my kitchen. Everything was in one room. So I had to use my closet as my storage space. But you know what? I still had 6 months worth of food in that closet. Yeah. my cabinets and everything, my cabinets were full of food. My closet was full of food. Because that's the one fear that I have. My fear is not having food. I can find water. Water is easy. But food is something that people will literally kill each other for. They won't kill you over water. They'll kill you over food. If they haven't ate for like 3 months, they will kill you over over a bag of chips, let alone a steak. I mean, I know it's bad for me to say, but like Sarah. Sarah has an ongoing supply of food if she would take that route, She has birds, and birds make eggs, and it doesn't matter if it's a cockatoo or if it's a free range, cock running around in your yard, if you got one chicken, if you have a cockatoo or a parakeet or whatever, they lay eggs. I know. But I'm just saying, don't think that you're going to starve because you got a pet bird. Those birds are going to feed you one way or another. All right, everybody. I got to get out of here. Yeah. All right, everybody. I love y'all. It's been an hour and a half. I was only going to be on here for like an hour, but I was just doing this to let y'all know I'm still alive. And hopefully I'll be doing a little bit more and everything before Christmas comes. So, I love y'all. You're right, Wally. All right, family. I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll probably catch y'all all over at, Mr. Lee's live or one of the other lives going on tonight. All right. I love you all. Maybe I'll do one in the morning. So I'll see you all later. Love you, family. Bye. Bye.